Hi everybody, a long week of away travel gets shorter by the day. Sunderland to Doncaster to Milton Keynes. Here are the thoughts of Jordan Thornley, back in the side and ready to go.
Jordan, back in on Tuesday, another 3 points. Great start to your return.
Yeah, and I enjoyed being back. 10 days I was ill, so it's good for the gaff to chuck me back in, and like I say, get 3 points, it was good.
It was very much a game of two halves, wasn't it? I don't think I've seen an Oxford side dominate so much as you did in the first half.
Yeah, no, the first half was very controlled, and then the second half they made changes and changed the shape a little bit, and you know, they just sat the manager or whatever, so the players that were coming on are trying to make an impact on whoever's going to get the job next, so it's always going to be like that. But I think we could have put the game to bed earlier on, and then you just make problems for yourself then if you don't do that, but 3 points is all that matters at the end of the day. I
thought the response after the equaliser was fantastic. The lads really rallied around and pushed for that winner, which ultimately came through James Henry. Yeah,
well, I think afterwards at the Wimbledon game and Cheltenham early on, we were saying a lot like how our heads seemed to go down if we conceded a goal, so that's something that we've worked, like we've learning curve. I think you've seen it against, was it Burton as well, when we conceded, and it was a bit of a, we weren't sure what way the game was going to go, we should stay composed, and obviously the game's looked after itself with our quality.
Yeah, absolutely. There seems to be a mentality now that, you know, when you're up against those tricky situations, whether you're digging in deep, whether you've got players missing, you just seem to find a way to get through it and ride out those tough periods.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of confidence within the group and trust in each other. Obviously we've done it a couple of times now where we've not panicked, and we've also done it a couple of times where we have panicked and then the game's gone the other way, so I think we've learned that just stay cool-headed and stick to the plan and it'll look after itself.
On to Saturday, it's 6th against 7th. The difficult run continues, but you've got that momentum behind you now.
Yeah, well, you can't look at what you've done or what's coming. You just got to look at the next game. You know, take every game as it comes. If you look 3 or 4 in front of you, then you're gonna stumble over. So just take every game as it comes.
We sold just under 2,000 tickets in the away end. That's going to be a massive help on the day, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, the support's been brilliant so far. When we went to Sheffield Wednesday, I wasn't sure because of what the support was like here, travelling away, and there was a fair few in there, and then the Sunderland game a lot travelled there, which is a 6-hour trip, so now I've been surprised by the away support. I think it's been brilliant, and it obviously helps the lads.
It's a hell of a commitment, isn't it? Sunderland away, Doncaster away, and now it's showing in the numbers again for MK away. Yeah,
especially in the same week, you know, so you have to take some time off work and that, so now we appreciate it, we appreciate the support and that, so yeah, it goes a long way.
There was one more away game this week when the youth team travelled to Cambridge United in the FA Youth Cup. It was a tremendous game. They lost on penalties at the end. Here's Darren Purse.
Heartbreaking. No, listen, we said to the boys before the game and at half time that it was going to be a mistake or a moment of brilliance. You know, there was nothing between the two teams. You know, and to be fair, as a game, it probably deserved to go to penalties. I know it's probably the harshest way to lose, and the boys in there, everyone, even the boys that missed and the boys that didn't, you know, everyone's gutted because they've give everything. And for me, that's all they can ever give me as a coach, managers. They've gone out and give their all. They've played for the badge, which is fantastic. I think they've done the club proud, they've done their families proud. And on another day, they nick the game, you know. But that's the fine lines when you're in the harsh realities of football. And the boys at 16, 17, 18 years of age need to learn that, and they'll learn quickly.
It was 10-15 minutes where you absolutely battered them, and then the last 5, they go hell for leather, and you backed off, and they get back into it right at the very end.
Yeah, no, obviously when we went 2-1 up, I was desperate to try and get a sub on, and just before the goal, I'm screaming at the referee for a sub. They've taken the throw quickly, and we couldn't get someone on. I don't know if that would have made the difference or not. But obviously for me, I learn from things like that as well, you know, so when to make your substitutions and that sort of thing. So yeah, listen, it's hard for the boys, and that they showed some real quality in there, and when they needed to, and on another day we maybe nicked that sort of 3-1, 3-2. So yeah, it's harsh lessons, but the boys are gutted in there, but they need to go again.
The burning question for Oxford United fans is, can anybody overtake King of the Leaderboard Simon Eastwood in the name game? Here's how Billy Bodin got on. I'm going to show you 12 people in a minute, all called Billy or Bodin.
Okay.
Now I'm going to, or Bill.
Okay.
Maybe William.
Okay. Are you Billy?
I am Billy, yeah.
Right, there you go. I'm not putting Bodins because I have to put a picture of your dad and fans will then complain.
Yep.
Right, so there's not many Bodins.
Okay.
When you're ready, all you've got to do is tell me their full name, press that down button.
Yep.
Go.
Billy Gilmore.
1 point.
Pass.
Billie Jean King, most famous tennis player in the world. 1 point still, come on.
Billy Piper.
2.
Billie Eilish.
3.
Pass.
Up, down, go.
Go on, what's it?
Billy Joel. Oh, come on now.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
How do you know that and not Billy Joel? 4 points.
Billy Bremner.
Very good, 5 points.
Billy Connolly.
6 points.
Billy Elliot.
7 points. That's going to get
Not
you.
a clue.
Billy Bragg.
No, not a clue.
Billy Vinicula, some sort of rugby player.
Bill.
Come on.
I was going to say Bill Cosby. No, Bill.
I think Bill Cosby's in prison.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
I forgot. Go on, let's go.
Bill Murray. I'm going to give you 7 points for that, Bill.
Cheers.
So here we are, Liam Potter's with me, the man behind the Oxford United Advent Calendar. What's on it? If I'm putting this out on Thursday, what's on the Advent Calendar today?
Yeah, so it's 20% off the Snugsy range, which is a new range. It's almost like it's a bit of a kind of customisable pillow. You can put your own face on, or you can have Cameron Brannigan or Matty Taylor. There you have it.
The thought of having Cameron Brannigan's face on a pillow. But each to their own. If you want one of those, that's fine. Well, you did a much better job of selling that than I did. I just realised. Never mind. Liam's on it, doing all the social media. I've done this for 20 years. I've got used to the travel. You've had to cope with Sunderland and Doncaster this week, MK on Saturday. How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's a new one for me, but I mean, we've got some terrific results on the road. It's a long journey, so hats off to all the fans who have made that. Obviously, it's our job,
yeah.
So we're lucky, but obviously a lot of fans have to make their own commitments around that and spend a lot of money on making those journeys. So
if you see us in the services, we can see you going, that's those two idiots from Oxford, isn't it? So if you see us, come over, buy us a cup of coffee, we'll be happy with that. I've got you in as well because I just need someone to bounce ideas off, because the government, Mr. Boris Johnson, hello Prime Minister if you're watching, there's changing rules and whatever. In practical terms, what does it mean for fans?
Not an awful lot of changes, other than we obviously recommend you to wear masks where possible in and around the ground, and just keep your wits about you and just look after each other and keep as safe as you can, basically.
I think there will be meetings over the next couple of days where we see what that actually all means, but at the moment, if you're on the London road buses now, how do you say mandatory? Is it mandatory or mandatory?
Mandatory, go with that.
Good, so it's mandatory for you to wear a mask on the coaches and stuff. There are little subtle changes, but basically be sensible, look after yourself, nothing really changes. I was going to ask you about MK last thing for this preview show. How many are we taking?
Yes, we've just sold under 2,000 at the moment, so hopefully we'll push over the 2,000 mark before Saturday, which I think after the games we've had recently, and the postponed one at Wigan as well, that is absolutely phenomenal. We always take a lot of fans to MK, don't we? It's just down the road, so if you can be there, it's going to be a fantastic game, isn't it? 6th against 7th, what's not to like?
Can you get tickets on the day?
Yes, I believe so, but obviously we recommend purchasing in advance where possible. So.
See the panic on his face there. I didn't really know, did he? But check the website, we'll have details on there. Can I also say, last week me and Martin did a thing with a split screen, which was actually a case for this thing here behind. One of the players was fooled and thought it was genuinely split screen. I'm not going to name who that was, but they were telling me in the week how much they liked it, couldn't work out how we'd done it. We'll be back with much jollity over Christmas time as well. The Wigan game is a big one, isn't it? There's all sorts of ticket offers for that one. So we haven't been at home for so long. Do you want to explain offers?
Yeah, there's all sorts going on. So the Mola ticket giveaway is still running. So if you want to nominate a supporter to claim a free ticket, you can do so. We'll have details across social media today on that. So yeah, if you want to bring a fellow
restaurant as well, if you want to go in the restaurant, Rosie and Adam will kill me if I don't mention that. You can get in the restaurant and have a meal. the restaurant's been on and off ever since we went to the Kazam Stadium, but it's working at the moment. It's good fun in there. So, special guest, I believe Hughie Curran is at the Wigan game, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
One of my first heroes, big Hughie Curran, great player. So, that's all to come. First of all, we'll see you on Saturday at MK.